skink toes. No thanks. I don't need it. And I feel bad for the skinks. I'll just take a little. Display model. Well, it appears to be bolted to the table.
Warum nur?
Guybrush Threepwood.
Ja, dich
It's
gehen
been
wir
a
ja.
long time since you last came to see me.
Schaust aber irgendwie besser aus. Erzählen Sie mir von diesem Largo.
Tell me about this Largo guy.
He's a weak little man who bullies this whole island around. Most people are afraid of him because he was once LeChucks' right-hand man.
Oh
Yeah, but
nö.
LeChuck's history. I got rid of him myself.
True evil can never be destroyed completely. You will see.
Warum verfluchen Sie ihn nicht?
Why don't you just put a curse on Largo?
I've tried. My most powerful magic lies in voodoo dolls. But to make an effective doll, I need some items from Largo's person, and no one's brave enough to go get them for me.
Welche Zutaten brauchen Sie denn?
What kind of ingredients do you need for the doll?
Are you willing to help me make one?
Maybe?
To make it work, you need to bring me some personal artifacts of the victim. One from each of the 4 basic voodoo groups. Something of the thread, something of the head, something of the body, and something of the dead.
Hey, that almost rhymes.
For the thread, I need a piece of Largo's clothing, and a lock of hair will do for the
Okay,
head.
Hammer.
Bring me a sample of fluid from his body, and from his dead relatives, you must acquire some remnant of a corpse.
Das wird
Here,
schwieriger.
keep the shopping list.
Also 3 haben wir ja
Do
schon
you have
mal.
any of those ingredients with you?
Ja.
I have his toupee.
Not quite a part of his head, but maybe I can get some scalp fragments from it. Have you brought me any other ingredients?
Etwas
I had some
Spucke.
of his spit.
Excellent. You may keep the paper. Have you brought me any other ingredients?
Und diesen
I
BH.
have this pearly white bra.
Yes, that will work. Do you have the final ingredient?
Nee,
I'll
die
bring it
bringe
later.
ich später.
Good. Now go.
Irgendwas von seinem toten Vorfahren. Ja, ich glaube, das ist sehr, 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 sehr offensichtlich, dass wir da auf den Friedhof latschen müssen. Deswegen werden wir auch gleich pauschal zum Friedhof stiefeln, der hier unten war. So, Gruft. Guck mal.
Warning. Quarantine tomb. Inhabitants died of green tongue fever.
Okay.
The Ricketts. No trespassing.
Okay.
Stan's Cozy Crypts. A place to spend eternity, not a fortune.
Okay.
The Quagmires. No trespassing.
Okay. Da hinten.
The Grouts. No trespassing. Here lie the Gordo brothers. Too big for any ship. Here lie the Gordo brothers. Too big for any ship. Let's hope the earth can hold them.
Ist aber nicht nett.
Here lies Nibbles the dog. He was a bad dog. We're glad he's dead. Here lies Hank Plank. Does anybody recognize that name? He didn't have any money on him when he died, and somebody's got to pay for the funeral. Stan.
Oh, das ist Dan wieder. Der macht da auch
Stan's
Lebensschwung.
Casual Crosses. For graves that don't need to dress up. Stan's Casual Crosses. For
Okay.
graves that don't need to dress up. The Grave of the Unknown Pirate. That doesn't seem to work. I can't dig that, Daddy. The Grave of the Unknown Cabin Boy. The grave of the unknown drunk guy we found face down in his own vomit on the beach.
Ja, lecker.
These spots reserved for our privileged future customers.
So.
Marco Largo Legrand. Hell on sea or sand. The good news is, he's dead. The bad news is, he bred.
Okay. Dann Schaufel.
This is
Auftrag.
creepy feeling.
Alter Falter.
I'd swear on my grandfather's grave, something weird is going on.
Da könntest du nicht so Unrecht haben. So, dann haben wir ja schon hier alle Zutaten für die Voodoo-Bubbe. So, dann mal zu Madame Sumpf. Dann benutze. Und ab mit dir. Okay, dann mal hier rüber.
Have you brought me the final ingredient?
Ja.
I have the bone of his grandfather.
Perfect. At last! Now I can make a voodoo doll to be reckoned with. Let me get my juju bag. And now for the ingredients. A dandruff flake from Largo's head. A single piece of Largo's thread. A drop of fluid from his body. A single chip off the bone of the dead. And finally, some miscellaneous voodoo herbs and seasonings, including monosodium glutamate. This ought to be good.
Das hoffe ich ja.
2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we assassinate? Largo, Largo, yeah.
Hey, that looks just like him. Thanks, Voodoo Lady.
One more thing. Some of the ingredients were not the optimum specimens. It should still work, but it will have a limited range. You will have to get close to Largo. Very close.
Mhm. Ich glaube ja, dass ich es versaut habe. Oder? Nee. Doch, nee. Weiß ich nicht. Muss ich mal gucken. So. Dann gehen wir mal hierher. Jetzt brauchen wir natürlich Nägel, oder? Nein, haben wir sogar. Schauen wir mal, ob er mit uns jetzt endlich mal reden will hier.
Yeah,
I'd like to look around a bit.
sure thing. Yeah,
I'd like to look around a bit.
sure thing.
Ach Quatsch, zeigen wir hier mir mal das. Benutze.
No, thanks.
Ist der da unten drin? Nein. So, dann schauen wir mal hier rein.
Hey, what are you doing in here? Get out of my room and stay out.
I don't want to be that close to him.
A man's room is his castle. How dare you come in here again? Ow!
Take that, you stumpy little dim-witted toad!
What? Who do you think you are?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. People don't always recognize me. That's why I carry this!
I'm gonna tear you limb from limb. How are you doing that?
Largo the Grand, you are a no-good, vicious two-bit thug. I command you to give me back my money and leave this island.
Ha! I already spent all your money.
Oh, well, I command you to leave this island.
Just you try and make... Ow! What? Ow! Ooh!
That'll teach you to mess with the slayer of the ghost pirate LeChuck.
What's that? You killed LeChuck?
As a matter of fact, I did. Quite an interesting story, actually.
The fortune teller said she did in LeChuck.
She did she? Does she have one of these?
Is that...
Yes, LeChuck's beard. Still alive and wriggling.
Let me see that. Boy, it is alive. We've been looking for a living piece of LeChuck for years. Now we can bring him back to life. Look out, world! The most fearsome pirate of all time will soon sail the seas again.
Whoops.
Guybrush, du bist ein Trottel.
I'm afraid it's true, Guybrush. If they have any animated tissue, they can reanimate his whole body.
But I blew his body into a zillion gooey pieces.
Not his body, Guybrush. You destroyed his spirit form. His body was safely buried far away.
But by now it must be...
Rotten? Partially decomposed? Yes. And I don't think that's going to make him any more pleasant to deal with.
He's gonna be looking for me.
Yes.
He's gonna try to kill me.
Undoubtedly.
Was kann ich denn tun?
What can I do?
You're already doing all that you can.
What's that?
Hunting for Big Whoop.
Oh yeah, I was doing that, wasn't I?
Big Whoop isn't just a treasure. It contains the secret to another world. Find that world, and you'll be able to escape LeChuck forever.
But I know so little about Big Whoop.
Take this book.
Big Whoop, Unclaimed Bonanza or Myth. And where'd you get this?
I checked it out at the Fat City Library. I foresaw your need.
Gee, thanks.
I used your name when I checked it out, so be sure and return it when you're through reading. The overdue fines in Fat City are pretty steep.
Gee, thanks.
Okay. So, jetzt sind wir beraubt worden, nachdem Guybrush das ja so alles so freiwillig hergibt. Aber das holen wir uns schon wieder zurück. Okay. La Grande, dir geht's an den Kragen, das schwöre ich dir. Ich möchte jetzt mal hier auf diese Halbinsel gucken. Ach, Guybrush, komm. Bisschen zackiger, bitte. Wir haben noch keine Zeit. Hausboot. Das schaut wieder so nach Stan aus. Irgendwo würde ich jetzt mal hier... Oh, Guybrush. Captain Dread. Okay. Ja gut, den brauchen